On the TV, on the radio, and even social media, everyone has become a debater. Hot heads, hot takes, and lots of hot air are now the norm. But only one can be the master debater. This is Master Debaters from News Talk 550 KTSA and FM 1071.
And welcome, I am Dennis Foley. Welcome to Master Debaters, the show where the best argument wins. Joining us this week, he makes it rain, even when he's not a meteorologist, because he's not, on 102.7 Jack FM in San Antonio, Sam I Am. Hey, Sam.
Howdy, partner. How's it going?
Next contestant drops the latest hits on San Antonio's number 2 hit music station, Energy 94.1. They're only number 2 behind 550 KTSA, of course. It's Mijo. Hey, Mijo.
What's up?
And our third contestant drops the latest news and occasional memes wherever he can, freelance journalist Ryan Broderick. Hey.
Hello. I did not cheat the last time I was on this show. I just want to make that very clear for everybody.
All right, that's a good reminder for everyone not to cheat. They will be presenting arguments in an effort to try to win over our judge, who this week is Isaac from Atlanta. Hey, Isaac.
How's it going, Dennis?
Going pretty good. Now, his job's going to be to analyze and critique each response our contestants give to questions I present throughout the show. Now, along with asking the questions, I'm the show's referee. So if I hear something that I don't like or maybe might merit a penalty, you're going to hear this whistle. Now, before we get started, let's give our contestants a chance to ask the judge a question to get to know him a little bit better. So let's start with Sam. You got any questions for our judge, Isaac?
Isaac, what's your favorite, what's your favorite dolphin movie?
My favorite dolphin movie?
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Yeah. I'm going to probably go with Flipper.
All right. Mijo, you got any questions? Got one question for our judge, Isaac?
You're in Atlanta, right?
I am.
Is Waffle House or like the Waffle House really that good?
No, that's
Okay.
a lie that they tell you to trick you to come to the South.
All right.
And Ryan, a question for Isaac?
Yeah. What's your sign?
I'm a Taurus.
Oh, interesting. Good to know.
All right. Well, I guess we can play now, right?
He's not going to deduce much from that.
Let's do it. I'm good to go. Let's roll. Let's do this.
On Master Debaters.
All right. Yes, it's opening arguments. In this segment, I'll give each combatant one question, and that combatant answers the question, and our judge, Isaac, will give them a score between 0 and 10 points. They'll have 30 seconds for their argument, and a buzzer will let them know when that time is up. We're going to start with Sam. GM is coming out with a new Hummer.
That is how you change the world.
The voice of basketball great LeBron James unveiled the new GMC Hummer EV, a 1,000 horsepower all-electric truck loaded with the latest technology, capable of going 350 miles on a charge and 0 to 60 in just 3 seconds. Its crab walk lets you turn the front and rear wheels to crawl around obstacles.
That's CBS's Chris Van Cleve. So from gas guzzler to all electric, what do you think about the evolution of the Hummer? Sam, 30 seconds.
I don't have anything against it. I mean, I just see how everything's getting better with Tesla, and then there's Nikola's another company that's up and coming. So I think everyone's kind of jumping on board and they're getting better at this. I really don't have a problem with it, especially because the vehicles are, 0 to 60 in 3 seconds? Like, what's wrong with that? I don't have any problems with it. So the more the merrier. Bring on the electric cars. It's about time. Make them fly. That's all I got.
Isaac, how many points do you want to give out? 0 to 10.
I think I'm going to give him 3 points, not because I disagree with his position, but because his position wasn't pro electric car, but rather I don't have a problem with it. I didn't feel that was a very strong position.
All right. Next topic, a West Coast judge has issued a ruling in a not-so-neighborly dispute involving neighboring farms.
You could call it a sour grapes dispute. 2 Oregon wine grape growers have failed to convince a judge in McMinnville their grapes would be harmed by odors from a neighboring marijuana operation. The judge who considered the case for 8 months said while the smell of pot could pose a threat or risk to the nearby wine grapes, there's not enough proof to say that will damage the grapes in the near or long term. Jim Crisula, CBS News.
So, Mijo, if you live next to a pot farm, would you find that to be a perk or a detriment? 30 seconds.
Well, it would be a perk because then, like, we can get back to the old times where you could just trade it, right? Like, if I'm the owner of the pot farm, I can get free wine, or if I'm the vice versa, right? Plus, McMinnville is beautiful, so like, there's tons of space. I used to live out in Oregon. There's tons of space out there, and it's a perk. Like, there's space, there's great bud, great wine. Like, what else could you ask for? It's a perfect combo, right? Who wouldn't want to stay in and have a glass of wine, a little nug?
Isaac, how many points would you give out for that?
I'm going to give that argument 8 points. I think he took a strong stance. I think he gave a lot of evidence for it, and I think he knows he likes bartering and smoking stuff.
Right,
I
Ryan.
respect it.
Ryan's next. It's been a World Series so far, unlike any that's ever taken place before, as baseball's Fall Classic began earlier this week in Arlington, Texas.
It was historic, and this fan wanted to be here.
We just knew that it was like history in the making because of the whole crisis going around in the country.
There were a number of firsts, the first neutral site game in series history, and the limited number of fans allowed to attend, just 11,000, were all required to wear masks.
It is kind of nicer whenever there's that full stadium and that full loud spirit, but I mean, you get what you can get.
In the game itself, the LA Dodgers beat the Tampa Bay Rays 8-3. Steve Futterman, CBS News at the World Series in Arlington, Texas.
So, Ryan, are you watching the World Series this year? 30 seconds.
Oh boy, this could not have gone worse for me. I don't watch like any sports, and it's like mind blowing to me that you would go to see sports in a pandemic. I feel the same way when I drive past an Olive Garden that's crowded, and I'm like, "Oh, that's what you want to die for." I could get the idea behind watching weird stuff in a pandemic or wanting to watch sports. The basketball bubble, that's been kind of interesting. But like honestly, I did forget the World Series was even happening. Oh man.
So Isaac, 0 to 10. What do you give that?
10 points. Not only do I find his overall opinion of sports both gentlemanly and urbane, but I find his current reasoning sensible and prudent.
Holy hell, that was incredible. Oh my gosh.
Well, coming up, there's a new fashion trend for men. We'll debate that and more next on Master Debaters from KTSA.
This is Master Debaters, the show where the best argument wins.
Yes, and we've made it to round 2. Who will make it to the end? We'll find out. Well, right now we have Sam I Am, Mijo, and Ryan Broderick this week competing to convince our judge, Isaac, that their argument is the best argument. And if you want to be a judge on a future edition of Master Debaters, head over to our website, ktsa.com/Master Debaters, and enter to be a judge. So let's keep the show going.
For argument's sake, on Master Debaters.
This is where the battle starts to heat up a little bit. I'll give all 3 contestants the same question, and they will each take a turn presenting their argument on that question. After they all take their 30 seconds to respond, our judge will then give each of them anywhere from 0 to 10 points for their responses. The first topic, a new poll says most Texans will be skeptical of the outcome of the presidential election, no matter who wins.
It's a survey from the Texas Politics Project at UT Austin. It finds 60% of Texans already suspicious of the outcome of the election. The skepticism affects voters of both parties, but there are different reasons. Some 60% of Republicans are worried about ineligible voters, while 57% of Democrats are concerned about possible election interference from foreign governments. Now, in almost equal numbers, both sides say misinformation spread through social media is a threat to the election. Don Morgan, KTSA News.
So, Sam, regardless of who wins, will you be among the skeptical come November 4th? 30 seconds.
I don't know how you can't be skeptical with everything going on. I mean, disinformation about this, and then like you hear about voter fraud and people being able to hack computers and change. I mean, like, I think it no matter what you do, there's going to be doubt in some way, shape, or form for everybody. But at the end of the day, it is what it is, and we're just going to have to. All you can do is cast your vote and see what happens, and then just live with the results. And I mean, it's unfortunate that it's gotten to this point because it should be more secure in 2020. But apparently, most people don't feel that way, and I get it.
Mijo, 30 seconds.
Well, What was the question again?
Well,
yeah. Well, yes, I am skeptical about misinformation. Absolutely. I'm also curious about like in 2020, how is there not like an app through the federal government that's secured through your IP address on your phone? But this isn't new. We've had this in the 2000 election in Florida, and there's always going to be skepticism about who wins or doesn't win. So I'm skeptical, but I mean, like he said, just vote and we'll see.
Ryan, 30 seconds.
Okay, so here's what makes me really depressed about this sort of thing, which is that I think people need to understand that we are about 10 years into a process that a lot of anti-democratic thinkers have been building towards. People like Steve Bannon, people like Donald Trump, hyper-capitalists, foreign governments like Russia, Syria, Iran. They're all trying to make us doubt the democratic process. And if you want to learn more about this, there's a term for it. It's called hyper-normalization. It's the belief that nothing that is real is real. And you should watch a documentary by the same name by Adam Curtis. It will teach you why doubting it is not useful.
All right,
vote, please.
Isaac, 0 to 10 points for all three of our combatants.
Okay, Sam, I hate to do this to you again, but I got to go with 3 points. The hand-wringing, the non-position, and the it is what it is, not a fan of that as an argument. So 3 points for Sam. Mio, I'm going to give you 4 points for bringing up a novel concept for modernizing voting methods and an additional 3 points for bringing up Bush v. Gore for 7 points total. Ryan, I'm going to give you 10 points for outlining methods of interference in parties with great specificity, which I appreciate, but I'm going to take away 2 points for then pointing to an additional source. So a total of 8 points.
All right, next topic.
Interesting.
There's something about those warm, fuzzy feelings of fall.
According to a new OnePoll survey, 56% of Americans are happier in the fall compared to other seasons. Respondents said watching the leaves change colors and drinking hot chocolate were among the season's perks. Fall lovers also tend to be more adventurous, sarcastic, and rebellious. And the perfect autumn temperature, a crisp and cool 53 degrees.
So that's correspondent Naomi Ruckham. Mijo, is fall really the best season? 30 seconds.
Absolutely. It is the best season. For one, screw the hot chocolate. It's cuffing season. It gets colder. It gets dark early. People just want to hook up. They want to be comfortable in the house, You get that gravity blanket, put on Netflix. It's a good time. It's a great time during the fall. That's it. That's all I gotta say. It's perfect. It's the perfect season to do fun stuff in the house.
Okay. Ryan, 30 seconds.
I love fall. I'm a mildly heavyset white guy. I like sweaters. They make me look good. I'm from New England. I love the back to school vibe because I like buying useless office supplies. It makes you feel excited about life. I like the colors that leaves make. I look good in a scarf because my neck is slightly too long for my body and it covers it well. I think everything about fall is really nice. Last time I was on this show, I talked about pumpkin spice. I'm a fall guy. I'm a Mr. Autumn man. That's my vibe. I'm happy now. I love this.
Sam, 30 seconds.
Fall is the worst season because it comes with allergies, cold weather, which I don't like personally. And, I like summertime and I like springtime because it's vacation time. You can go out, get to go on vacation, go here, go there, and you don't have to worry about allergies. You don't have to worry about the incoming holiday debt, which everyone's getting ready for. And I think another thing about the fall is that it's so boring that they've got to pair it up with pumpkins and pumpkin spice. And no, it's boring and it's overrated. And I think they're just trying to make it bigger and better than it is.
I feel like I'm the only spring guy here, but Isaac, how'd you rate those arguments?
Sam, I'm glad you're coming back. I'm going to give you 10 points. You have brought the harsh truths about fall that the people needed to hear. Fall sucks. It's the death of the promise of summer. Ryan, I'm going to give you 6 points. You did bring up some good things about fall, but as a New Englander, you are contractually obligated to talk about the changing colors of the leaves multiple times, and you did not. So you shouldn't have pointed out being a New Englander and not brought up the leaves. Mio?
Okay.
Netflix is not really fall specific. Everything you mentioned about fall also applies to winter. So I'm going to have to give you 3 points for that answer.
All right, next topic. Open middle seats on airplanes that started with the pandemic are Slowly vanishing, another major airline is setting a date to begin filling those middle seats.
While announcing a third quarter loss of $1.2 billion, Southwest saying it will stop blocking middle seats on December 1st. Southwest, Delta, and Alaska have been the last remaining large airlines to promise you don't have to sit next to somebody if you don't want to. Southwest saying the move is aligned with science-based findings, but the passengers on fuller flights will be allowed to rebook if they're not comfortable sitting next to somebody. Delta and Alaska Airlines say they will keep middle seats open until at least January. Alex Stone, ABC News.
So outside the normal reservations that person with having that person sitting next to you on a plane, how comfortable would you be on a plane with a middle seat filled, whether you're filling that seat or someone else is filling that seat now? We're going to start with Ryan, 30 seconds.
Yeah, so my mom is a flight attendant. So I actually have a bit of knowledge about this. I have heard that the way that planes are being organized for the pandemic has made things slightly better for the people that work in the planes. I worry quite a bit about her safety. A lot of the studies that are also being commissioned about the virus on the planes are a little too closely related to the airlines that are funding them. I think that anything that can make my mom's life a bit easier and her health a bit safer on the planes is good. At the same time, though, I'm just like deeply skeptical that you can make anything safe on a plane.
All right, Sam, your turn. 30 seconds.
That's going to be tough to beat, but I'll tell you, personally, I'm not comfortable with it, but I don't know why I'm not comfortable with it. Maybe because I don't really know the truth about, does this work or does it not? I mean, I go to the grocery store and they make you stand in line like, 6 feet apart, but then I notice that I'm standing 2 feet apart from the person next to me. So it really doesn't make much sense. Would I be comfortable? No, but if that's their right to open up the seats and sell them, and if you want to fly, that's your right. But I mean, personally, I'm not very comfortable with it just because it's a little too close for comfort for me right now.
Mijo, 30 seconds.
Well, I was talking before we started the show that I recently did fly, and there was no middle seat. It was just a duo, like two on each side, and I felt pretty comfortable. The airlines are doing a really good job at cleaning the planes. The airports are doing a really good job. And contrary to what you see on the news, people are really taking this seriously in the airports and wearing masks. So I'm all for them opening up the seats. Like people just need to be like on brand with this and just be careful.
All right, Isaac, how do you want to score that?
Okay, we'll start with Sam. I'm going to give you 0 points, unfortunately, because you have posited a non-existent right for businesses to do whatever they want vis-a-vis health, and a non-existent and vague right for customers to fly, which I've never heard of before. Mio, I'm sorry again. I'm going to give you 4 points. I didn't think your argument was bad, but I found it wishy-washy. I didn't think you took a strong position. Ryan, I'm going to give you 8 points because you pointed out very well a conflict of interest with the studies. I was going to give you 10, but I don't know. I feel like you didn't need to mention your mom. I think that was a detail that didn't matter.
I was trying to emotionally manipulate you. I get that.
It
clearly didn't work. Let's move on to the next one. The COVID-19 pandemic could be enabling robots to push us out of our jobs.
A report by the World Economic Forum predicts we won't be doing many of today's tasks in 5 years' time.
Those tasks will be equally done by machines.
WEF Managing Director Sadia Zaidi. However, she says with more of us working online,
there are new tasks that can only be done by humans.
So overall, she's hopeful.
The overall outlook for the future is still positive for people.
The report says 85 million jobs will go, but 97 million new ones will replace them. Elaine Cobb, CBS News.
So, Sam, are you afraid that a robot will take your job? 30 seconds.
Well, let's see. Working in this business, we've seen that, computers have taken over a lot of things. They're not AI, but I mean, is it getting to that point where that could happen? Sure. Am I worried about it? I mean, no, because I think that it's eventually going to get to that point. I think that, what are you going to do? You're just going to, I'm not worried about like computers taking my job. I don't see, it's not a big deal to me, no.
Mijo, are you worried about these robots taking over? 30 seconds.
Well, I work in radio, and so I can see robots taking over. We can automate music better than we did 5 years ago or 2 years ago. And with voice technology, like there's people that can mimic Obama now, like, or systems. So like, can they replace jocks? Yeah. And this whole thing could just be done by one person and they could run 3 stations. So it is interesting. From the story though, it's a net positive, right? There's like 15 million jobs being added. If we're losing 87, we're gaining 97 or something like that. So it's all good.
Ryan, 30 seconds.
Yeah, man, I'm absolutely terrified. It's like one of my biggest fears in the entire world. Because like even if they're gonna add a bunch of jobs, I don't really want to be a robot caretaker. That's like not really how I saw my life going. And like literally this morning, I was reading about influencers on Twitch and YouTube that don't exist. They're AI, but the fans don't care. And like that's really scary to me because like if the fans don't care about the human connection of art or entertainment or whatever it is, there's really no industry that won't get touched by this. And like as I said, I don't really want to take care of an artificial intelligence as a job when I'm like 50 years old.
Now, I will say in the radio business, I'll just say that there may be some stage. Yeah, that little ahead of yourself there, lady. But yeah, some stations in the market that are a little more robotic than others. So, Isaac, what's your thought on those arguments?
Sam, I think I'm going to give you 7 points for your bravery in the face of the robot apocalypse. Mio, I'm only going to give you 6 because it felt like you were really, giving a good argument for how your job was going to go away, but you really didn't. It didn't seem like you took a strong opinion about that either way, and that concerned me. I'm kind of concerned about you now. Ryan, your horror in the face of the robot apocalypse argument, I found a little bit trite. The bemoaning the lack of human connection bit is something I've heard before. I think the economic problems are greater. I'm going to give you 4 points.
Oh, okay.
All right, next topic. Some Seinfeld cast members plan to reunite to raise money for Texas Democrats.
You got that right. Julia Louis-Dreyfus, Jason Alexander, and Larry David will share behind-the-scenes stories and talk about their favorite Seinfeld episodes online in a fundraiser for Texas Democrats. The Seinfeld stars say they had to reunite for something special, and this election was the opportunity to do that. The Seinfeld event will be live-streamed at 7 p.m. Friday, and those who want to see it will have to make a donation to the Texas Democratic Party. Elizabeth Ruiz, KTSA News.
So we're going to start with Mijo. You can see Seinfeld, the Seinfeld cast actually, but it's connected to a political fundraiser. So do you watch it or do you avoid the politics? 30 seconds.
This might get me in some hot water, but I wasn't the biggest fan of Seinfeld, so I'm probably just going to pass on it. And also, I just watched the West Wing one, the fundraiser kind of thing, and I just don't want to ruin it in general. I love the West Wing, and this remake or this reboot of one episode wasn't that great, and it kind of ruined it for me. So I'm just going to stick to watching Seinfeld regularly than just doing it. I understand the politics and raising money, but I could do that in other avenues as well.
Ryan, 30 seconds.
Dude, I love Seinfeld. I've seen like the entire thing several times, but like, I'm tired. I want healthcare. I want a better minimum wage. I want a better country. I don't want to watch celebrities doing shit. Like, I don't want to have like, come on, man. Like, just like, it's been so many years of this nonsense. Just like, like, I'm just tired. Like, can't you just like do anything useful for the rest of us? Like, I don't want to watch your special. Just like, help us. God damn it.
Sam, 30 seconds.
Wait, all right, give me the question one more time.
All right.
Sorry.
Do you watch a Seinfeld's special reunion, whatever, or do you avoid it because of the politics?
It sounds like a cash grab, and it's also one of those things whenever they try to like bring back the magic on something like that, it's kind of hard to do. But then again, it's if Seinfeld's in control of it, then it'll probably be pretty good. I would probably watch it, but I'm not gonna expect it to be this great thing. It's never gonna be as good as the original.
Isaac, what scores do you want to give out?
Be nice.
First, some clarification. It's a fundraiser, right?
Yes.
So, Sam, isn't the whole point of a fundraiser to be a cash grab?
I didn't know it was a fundraiser. My bad. I missed that part.
Yeah, it's all good. I'm gonna give you 6 points because I like that you're open to watching a new Seinfeld thing, even though you're suspicious of it. And I respect that adventurousness. Mijo, I've got to ask you for some clarification. You said you would continue to watch Seinfeld regularly. Now, that could mean two different things. Do you mean you're going to watch it in the regular method, watching, regular Seinfeld, or do you mean you will watch it on a regular basis, as in often?
No, like I'll turn it on like Hulu and I'll watch an episode or two, like not often, but if I want to watch Seinfeld, I'll watch it again if I wanted to.
Okay. 7 points. I was really concerned that you watch a ton of Seinfeld, and I was going to give you no points if that was the case. Ryan, I agree with your general exhaustion with celebrity activism. However, I think it needs to be admitted that celebrity activism gets stuff done, especially in terms of raising money. So I'm going to give you 4 points.
Okay. All right. Next topic, men's nail polish. It's officially a thing.
It's official. Young guys are turning to nail polish as a fresh fashion statement. Scott Reimer is a bartender in Brooklyn, and he says he gets tons of compliments when people notice his self-manicures.
My favorite color is black, but sometimes I can do a red. Depends on my mood, really.
Celebs like Bad Bunny, Harry Styles, and A$AP Rocky are also doing the male nail polish thing, and companies are trying to meet demand by offering muted male shades. Maria Garcia, CBS News.
All right, gentlemen, who's pinning their nails first? Ryan, 30 seconds.
Yeah, it's super cool. Like why not? I was like in emo bands in high school. I didn't think twice about it. Like my fingernails get kind of gross. I feel like that would be a good way to cover that up. It seems cool. Bad Bunny's really cool. Or Harry Styles is cool. Like all the guys on TikTok, like in their 20s doing stuff, seem like they're having a lot of fun. What the hell? Go for it. That's all I got. Go for it. Sounds cool.
Okay. All right, Sam, 30 seconds.
I'm just surprised that this is they're saying this is a new trend. I mean, yeah, like he said, I've seen this happening for like a long time. Punk bands, just like I've seen dudes just wearing eyeliner. I don't care. I think whatever you want to do, whatever makes you happy, and that's what you want to do, then I'm cool with it. Yeah, paint your nails. I really don't have a problem with it, nor do I care if that makes somebody feel better about themselves. And hey, I'm all for it, whatever. And that's all I got.
Mijo, 30 seconds.
Yeah, I'm kind of with Sam. Like, if it makes them happy, go for it. But the fact that like it's a new trend is kind of just, I don't want to say infuriating, but infuriating is the word that comes to mind, because like you can go back to Marilyn Manson in the early 90s and he was doing it, and bands before that. Like, the fact that it's trendy is like everybody wants to hop on it, and like it's just dumb. Now it's just a cash grab. Like, let's try to milk it what it's worth, and in 4 years nobody's gonna be paying their nails. But if that's what makes them happy, do it.
All right, Isaac, how many points you want to give out?
So Ryan, I want you to know, you came in strong with the Screw Fashion Dogma. Was going to give you 10 points, but you did mention that you were in an emo band, so I'm going to have to give you 6 points. I'm sorry.
I understand. Yeah.
Sam. I think your position was a bit wishy-washy. It was sort of whatever makes you happy. You didn't really couch it in any sort of aesthetic or cultural analysis. But I don't know. It didn't piss me off either. I'll give you 6 points.
All right.
Mijo, I like you took a similar position to Sam, but I think you also really honestly expressed your frustration with people latching on to something popular. And I think that's valid, so I'm going to give you 8 points.
All right, well, coming up, our debaters have been thinking all week about a variety of things. Let's hear what they have to say and what their competitors think about it. Next on Master Debaters from KTSA.
This is Master Debaters from 550 KTSA and FM 1071.
I'm Dennis Foley. Joining us this week is Sam I Am, Mijo, and Ryan Broderick, who are all working to coerce our judge Isaac to give them more points than their fellow competitors, even during the breaks. Let's keep this debate going.
State your case on Master Debaters.
So our competitors before the show came in with a topic they wanted to talk about, the case they want to present to our judge. They will get 90 seconds to do so. During those 90 seconds, if the other combatants wish to challenge, they will get 45 seconds each after the case is being presented. After the challenges, the original presenter will get their own 45 seconds to address their challengers. If they change their topic from what they had sent in before the show, I will assess an automatic 5-point penalty. There are also more points at stake now. Our judge can now give up to 20 points at the end of each topic, or can take away up to 20 points from everyone, whether they challenge or choose to stay quiet. So right now, our points leader is Ryan, so you're going to start with your 90 seconds right now.
So I've been trying to figure out why I've been drawn to shows like 90 Day Fiancé and Below Deck and the spin-offs of Below Deck and 90 Day Fiancé during the pandemic. And I've decided that it's kind of nice that I've kind of given up on being elitist about what I watch on TV. And I found that actually trashy reality TV is kind of soothing. I don't see a lot of people in my daily life. And one of the things I'm missing about being around people is how horrible they are. And what's kind of nice about reality TV and very trashy reality TV is that I can kind of, for a brief moment, feel like I'm back in the before time and I'm watching, a 60-year-old woman marry a 20-year-old man from Nigeria, or I watch like 3 people from Australia fight in the bottom of a yacht in the Mediterranean Sea. And there's something really nice about the general awfulness of people on reality TV, and I don't get that anymore. And I feel like it's time for all of us to maybe admit that we were being a little too harsh about bad TV, and we should just embrace it. And we should just say, you know what? Sometimes I just want to watch absolute garbage, and that's okay. And there's nothing wrong with that. And I feel like maybe that's one of the greater lessons of this dark moment in history, is that like things don't have to be serious all the time. And sometimes I want to watch one 50-year-old rich woman throw white wine in another 50-year-old rich woman's face. And that's like totally okay and actually kind of healthy.
So no challenges. Isaac, what do you want to give that score and the score of all the other competitors?
Wait, I put in a challenge.
They came in late.
So,
yeah.
Are we getting a counter argument?
No, they were too late.
Well, I saw those episodes,
Brian,
so-
I really think you've made 2 arguments here, and this will be reflected in your score. So
Okay.
the first argument is that reality TV is a good way to sort of throw off our elitism and see the reality of people. And the second argument has something to do with using that to get the human connection you've been craving since the before times ended. I don't think either of those are really healthy, but I don't know if that's what you're arguing either. Really, this just seems like sort of a sad autobiography. I'm going to give you 11 points and a heavy recommendation to watch some movies during the day.
Okay. And what about Sam and Mijo? Do you want to give, take away, or leave even?
I'm going to take away 1 point from each of them for not interrupting this incredibly painful barrage of reality TV apologism.
Oh,
damn. I was ready. I was so ready.
Next up, Mijo. 90 seconds starts now.
So I saw a report that said that Hallmark is starting their Christmas movie marathons this Friday before Halloween. And I just find that absurd. Christmas keeps getting earlier and earlier. And based on one of my favorite movies, Waiting, you never go intercontinental, right? You don't mix dishes. You don't put curry on tacos, right? So why would you put Christmas before Halloween and mix them? You shouldn't mix them. Like, what are we going to have 4th of July during Easter? There's a time and a place for everything. And similar to that Netflix show Marie Kondo, like the same people who are like, there's a time and a place and everything needs to be organized are the same people who are watching Christmas and The Grinch and all these dumb Hallmark movies before Halloween. Can we just enjoy one at a time? I can't deal with it. That's all I got, because I'm just pissed about this.
Okay.
Anybody want a challenge?
Okay, I'm with him.
No, I'm 100% in. You're totally right.
Yeah, he's right.
Dope.
We are
I think all holiday films are kind of fashion.
It's really hard to find issue with this argument. You've You've taken a position that I think all human beings of merit and worth agree with, that Christmas movies should not be played before goddamn Halloween. These Grinch-watching fiends have ruined our country. But I was going to give you a perfect score, but then you said curry was not good on tacos. Not only is that a bad analogy, but it is factually untrue. Curry is great on tacos. So I'm going to give you 17
It's subjective.
points.
It's not factual if it's subjective.
No.
So you should get
No,
a
no,
point
17
deducted.
points.
No, that's
Ask-
factual.
okay,
That's a fact.
You're going to have to ask Gordon Ramsay about this. There's a consensus about Indian fusion and tacos
And
amongst
No.
cooking experts.
No, not with Latinos. I'm a Latino. You don't put curry on tacos.
I am not a Latino, but I do have San Antonio street cred, and I've lived here my whole life, and I've never had that. I'm not saying it's not good, but I'm just saying like it's not authentic, and nothing beats.
It's not authentic at all. It's the height of fusion for Indian food. I love it.
Yeah.
I actually had some just the other week downtown Atlanta.
Yeah, but if we're talking about fusion, like why mix Halloween and Christmas? Like why are we mixing fusion? Like why is there
Good
fusion?
point. Good point.
Wait, so that the point is that Halloween and Christmas aren't a good fusion, right? But instead, and you made that point, but then you made an unconnected argument arguing against fusion in general, which I don't think was as strong, which is really my main concern with your curry taco lie.
And points for Sam and Ryan. Do they get any? Not get any?
They're going to each lose 1 point for not interjecting on the curry taco issue.
All right.
Point.
And I want them both to know that they could have
fact.
both made a lot of points had they.
I said it was a fact. I've had.
And this is not about my
tacos before. They're
opinion.
fantastic.
This is not about my opinion. This is about the quality of the analogy. Where in one
Fantastic.
sense you were
And I
arguing
think
against a specific fusion, and then in the second argument you were arguing against fusion conceptually.
All right. So
are we losing a point? Are we losing a point because we didn't interject during the conversation?
Yes.
And we waited till after. Is that why we lost
I
the point?
see. I
Yes.
see. Yeah, that was all
Okay.
count.
Sam, your 90 seconds starts now.
Okay, so what I don't know about the FAA and the CDC and the United States government, I do know about Chinese food. And no matter what Chinese restaurant you go to, you'll see lemon chicken on the menu. That makes it the best Chinese food there is because it's on every menu at every respectable Chinese restaurant. If they don't have it, then you need to go find another Chinese restaurant. Uh-oh, here we go. Come on, bring it. Chinese lemon chicken is the best Chinese food. Yes, go ahead. Did somebody interject? I heard a ding.
You know, you got
to finish.
You got to use
No,
your
no, let's go.
Mm-mm.
So it's the best. Go down the menu. You'll go to a ton of restaurants and see all these things like, and you can always judge a Chinese restaurant by their lemon chicken. That's a fact. And like, I'm sure everybody here has done that. And if you don't like lemon chicken, I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can talk to you. I don't know if I can sit next to you in the middle seat of an airplane.
Well, I disagree.
But it's Sam still has about 25 seconds to use.
25 seconds.
Yep, start tap dancing.
So, here you go. I don't know, man. It's just good. And I'm not saying it's my favorite, but I'm just saying it's on the menu everywhere, and most people go to lemon chicken when they're not sure. So that makes it the best. There you go.
All right, Ryan. First challenge, 45 seconds.
Yeah, look, like I'm not trying to be funny. Like I straight up don't even know what lemon chicken is. I've never heard of it before. Is it like Kung Pao chicken or General Tso's? Like, of all the chicken dishes I've ever had, both in American Chinese food restaurants and Chinese food restaurants in actual China, I have no idea what you're talking about. If we're gonna talk about the dish, if we're gonna talk about the dish in which you can judge all Chinese food restaurants, I feel like the easiest baseline of am I in a good Chinese food restaurant is the boneless spare ribs. In America, in an American Chinese food restaurant, you walk in, you say boneless spare ribs. You try them. If they're good, chances are it's a good restaurant. Egg rolls, also a good way to figure out if you're a good Chinese restaurant. I'm also a big crab rangoon fan, but I straight up do not know what lemon chicken is.
All right,
You've
Mijo.
never been to a Chinese restaurant?
Mijo, 45 seconds.
Well, I'm just gonna go with speaking about dishes. I feel like the best one you could judge a restaurant on is a beef broccoli. Like, is the broccoli too soft? Is it crispy, right?
Yeah.
Is the meat too soft? Or is it like just chewy enough, right? Secondly, it's just too damn
Broccoli's
sweet.
gross.
Like, well, that goes to my next point. In lemon chicken, there's no veggies. I love my veggies, right? And like, it's just, I need my veggies, and lemon chicken isn't a good basis to say it's the best dish. And lastly, the only acceptable sweet meat is candied bacon. I don't want something chicken based that tastes like I'm about to have diabetes. Like, I want either candied bacon or nothing.
Sam, 45-second rebuttal.
I'm literally like jaw dropped right now that you've never been to a Chinese restaurant with lemon chicken on the menu, but you know of like I don't know what you say, Peking duck and mugu gai pan. I don't know, or General Tso. How do you know the General but you don't know the lemon chicken? You know, I'm dumbfounded by that because I mean, I've been all around and everywhere I go, I've seen lemon chicken on the menu, and that's how I judge a Chinese restaurant. Now you're right about like the veggies. I understand that, but I'm just saying like when you need. And you can get your veggies in the fried rice, which usually has peas and carrots in it. But like, there's your veggies. But I'm just saying, like an overall dish, you know. And I'm not talking the vegetarian menu. I'm talking about the main menu, like lemon chicken, is where it's at, and that's why it's the best. It's the best.
I ate at a Chinese restaurant 2 nights ago. I just pulled up the menu. They do not have lemon chicken. I cannot find it on this menu.
So
I do not know what this is.
Isaac, points. What do you think of that?
Okay, so Sam, got some problems with your argument. First of all, your primary argument seems to be that if something is omnipresent, it must be the best. You're conflating popularity and quality. It was also a repetitive argument. I also, like Ryan, have not heard of lemon chicken somehow, and I eat Chinese food all the time. But I won't dock you points for that. My main issue is the content of your argument. I'm going to give you 10 points. Mijo, I think your argument for beef broccoli was phenomenal. You backed it up with multiple points, how there's many places the dish can fail. It tests different disciplines of the cook. You made specific claims about its quality. It had nothing to do with its popularity. What's the most points I can give somebody for a rebuttal?
20.
Or sorry, for an interjection.
20.
20. Mijo, I'm going to give you 20 points for your beef broccoli argument.
Shit.
Ryan, I'm not going to address any aspect of your argument because you attempted to gain argumentative authority by talking about your travels to China. That's a dirty trick, and it's non-substantive. So I'm going to take away 5 points.
That's, you know what? I understand.
Oh, my.
Well, who will win? It comes down to one final fight. This is Master Debaters from KTSA.
From 550 KTSA and FM 1071, this is Master Debaters, the show where the best argument wins.
Yeah, and that argument, it's going to end right here and right now. It's battle this week between Sam I Am, Mijo, and Ryan Broderick to convince our judge, Isaac, that their argument is the best argument. But right now, it comes down to one final fight.
Closing arguments on Master Debaters.
So we here at Master Debaters like making dreams come true. And our judge's dream was to one day oversee debates about that thing, Star Wars. Yeah.
Yeah.
So debaters, when it's all said and done, or even now with the trilogy of trilogies, everyone will look at it, when will we reach the point of too much Star Wars? That's the topic for this 5-minute melee. I present the topic. You'll each have 5 minutes to debate that topic, no more, no less. And at the sound of the final buzzer, our judge will give each combatant up to 100 points, or can take away 100 points, depending on their mood. That person with the fewest points will get a 15-second head start. Everyone else can join in after that bell has rung. Right now, the contestant with the fewest points is Sam. So, Sam, 5 minutes starts now, the 15-second head start. When will we have reached the point of too much Star Wars?
You know, it's kind of like his argument on trash TV. Look, they're not getting better. It seems like they tend to be getting a little worse. I don't know, but you know what? Take my money because anytime they put one out, I'll go watch it. I'm on board, and yeah, I just think that
The last
it
one was
brings out.
so bad, though. It was so, what sucks is like
Yeah,
the
it
what
wasn't
was
good.
it? Rise of Skywalker was so horrible, and yet I'm still hyped for the Mandalorian. That's how
man.
like sick I am.
Totally gonna watch all of them, and I can't help it. I think it brings out the kid in us, and it's always there, and you always kind of get a little excited when you see a lightsaber or some kind of weird alien in the cantina.
As of right now, I don't see there being enough Star Wars because it's based in fantasy and sci-fi, and you can create any world you want, right? That's the magic behind. Well, now it's Disney, right? And so, like with something like Fast and the Furious, right, where it's based in reality, when cars are going off cliffs, like when cars are going off cliffs and they're being pulled by a helicopter, you're like, well, now it's unrealistic, right? But with Star Wars, it lets your mind just wander. You could have characters like Jar Jar Binks who people are torn about, but at the end of the day, like it's just a fantasy and you get to enjoy it. And similar to your reality TV, it's an escapism, right? Whereas so there can never be enough of escaping. Whereas like other franchises, like those could have been gone 4 movies ago, but with something based in sci-fi, even like I mean, damn.
I want stuff that isn't about the Skywalkers anymore. I'm good on Skywalkers. I'm good on Palpatine. I'm good on Darth Vader. Although I think we can all agree the Darth Vader scene in Rogue One was the sickest thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
That was awesome.
Like, it was awesome. But like with the Mandalorian, I feel like there's like a breath of fresh air there where it's like, I don't know anything about Baby Yoda or the child or whatever the name is. I want to learn about this. It has nothing to do with anything. Let's go on this journey. Let's do something.
I totally agree. As bad as the last 3 were, it's only up from here. Because eventually they're going to put out another one that keep going, because it's just a matter of time before they put out something that's just like, oh, that was badass. For the whole movie's like that final scene in Rogue One, right? So I keep holding out hope, and I'm all for it. Like, take my money, and I don't care if I'm disappointed, because you can't disappoint me any more than the last 3 have.
I mean, they could.
Yeah. I mean, Rise of Skywalker. I was so angry when I saw that movie a second time just because I was so angry, and I needed to make sure that like it was as bad as I thought it was, and I was like, "This is just horrible."
But see, I've never gone back. I've never gone back and rewatched the last 3. I've had I never wanted to. See, that's how I know that they weren't good.
It just didn't make any sense. Emperor Palpatine was brought back via a trailer that was only accessible inside of Fortnite. That's a real fact. They don't explain why Emperor Palpatine is back. You have to play Fortnite to find out. It's not in the actual movie.
Shut up. You serious?
Yeah, I'm serious. It was oh god. The only part that got me excited was when they showed the Ewoks at the end. I was like, hell yeah, Ewoks. But other than that, I was like, I hate this movie.
You have to play Fortnite to find out how Palpatine came back?
Yeah, because they skip over it in the movie. So they're like, somehow Emperor Palpatine has come back. Well, the somehow gets explained to you in a trailer that was only accessible to Fortnite players. Which
Cancel
is
Star Wars.
You want to talk about cash grab? That's the ultimate cash grab I've ever heard of. Man, I'm so sick of. But Mandalorian is cool. I'm excited for that.
Regardless, it brought closure to a saga that's lasted 40 years, and like as bad as they were, like I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I'm gonna enjoy them if they drop another 9. Like it's Star Wars, and like
I get that.
You can't. There's never enough Star Wars. There's enough Fast and Furious, especially with rest in peace Paul Walker. But like bring on Star Wars. Let's do it. But like another franchise like John Wick, like there's another 2. Like I'm kind of tired of John Wick at this point. Like how much more do we need of him?
Dude, that's a brave thing to say, but
I love those movies. I love
those movies, but after the third one, I feel you. I was kind of like, all right, I've seen a lot of this. I love this, but
it's like Fast and Furious. I've seen it. Let's do it. But with something based in fantasy, like bring it on. It's like the Marvel movies, like they're about to drop another 20. Let's do it. It's based in fantasy. Bring it on.
I actually marathoned the entire Marvel franchise like twice, which I wouldn't recommend. It's not fun. And like I'm good on having like a year of no Marvel. Like I'm good at having a year of no franchises. Like it feels nice to just watch movies that aren't connected to anything.
Yeah. Dennis, you need to change the name of the show to Master Agreeers.
Yeah. Guys, are we friends?
Hey, we got a problem here.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, Isaac, they said that the show should be called Master Agreeers, which right there, I think it's a 5-point penalty right there.
I didn't say it.
I'm okay with that.
Dennis, your contestants unionized, and now we're stronger than ever. So
we are.
That's another 5-point penalty. So Isaac, scores you want to give out?
Out of 100. So
yes. Negative 100 to 100.
Negative 100 to 100. Okay.
Oh boy.
Brian, I'm going to start with you because you had the lowest score. Despite clearly being a huge Star Wars fan, you brought up a lot of important things that have happened recently, like how dope that scene in Rogue One is, 100%, how great Baby Yoda is, the disgust that you felt at Palpatine's Fortnite resurrection. But I felt that you didn't really have a thesis in all of this. If you can test that, you can do so right now.
yeah, I mean, I just think Star Wars, like the movies are kind of tired. I think Kathleen Kennedy has not managed the franchise very well, but I think other people inside of that system have done pretty interesting things. Like Rogue One is an interesting story that's not really connected to the Skywalker family, but it is connected to the larger universe. The Mandalorian, same idea.
That's not a thesis. How much Star Wars is too much Star Wars?
What?
How much Star Wars is too much Star Wars? At what point is there too much Star Wars? That was the question.
I think I have an infinite capacity to watch Star Wars films, but I have definitely tapped out on the Skywalker saga. I'm good. I don't want any more of that for a while. Yeah.
I'm gonna award you 20 points.
Okay, I'll take it.
Sam, I totally feel you. I will watch any Star Wars. I love Aliens, and it can't get any worse than the sequel trilogy. That's a concise opinion. I'm gonna give you 40 points.
Did you ever rewatch them?
Mijo. I have not rewatched them. It's too painful. They're so bad.
Yeah, me too. I agree. Thank you.
Mijo, however, definitely gets the highest score because I think that he gave a serious argument for why there's no such thing as too much Star Wars. Is that the broad possibilities of the setting? The setting is unique in its ability to support stories, unlike John Wick. The well has not run dry, and for that point, I will award you 80 points.
All right.
Wow.
Let's do some quick math here to see who our winner is. All right. Well, after a handful of minutes of discussion, some of it heated, some of it not really all that heated, about some of the most controversial topics in our land right now, the time has come to name this week's Master Debater. In third place with 66 points, Ryan.
Wow.
In second place with 78 points, Sam, which means in first place with 159 points, this week's Master Debater is Mijo. Mijo, you get 60 seconds to celebrate being a Master Debater. Starts now.
Well, thank you to everyone.
You're doing great, bud.
Yeah. I just master debated all over this place, so I'm pretty stoked on that.
You didn't have to say it like that.
You should say it like the right way to say it.
I want to thank our judge. I want to thank our host. I want to thank my competitors. This was awesome. And I hope to come back. This was a great thing. And yeah, shout out. Oh, go vote. Let's end with that.
Nice.
Right?
Yeah.
Go vote.
Yeah.
That's the most important thing. Not lemon chicken.
I'm skeptical of the final vote. I'm kidding.
No, that's it. That's all I got. Go vote.
I think we can all agree with that.
Lemon chicken.
Yeah.
Well, that's it for this week's edition of Master Debaters. Big thanks to our debaters this week. Sam I Am from 102.7 Jack FM in San Antonio, Mijo from Energy 94.1 in San Antonio, and Ryan Broderick, a freelance journalist who is not in San Antonio. And also big thanks to our judge, Isaac from Atlanta. Master Debaters is a production of XS Studios and KTSA San Antonio. Learn more about Master Debaters online at ktsa.com/masterdebaters. I'm Dennis Foley. This has been Master Debaters, the show where the best argument wins.
San Antonio's home for news and talk. On air, online, and on demand. 550 KTSA and FM 1071.